a super ultralight backpacking setup for under $250 and around 5 pounds. The number of times that I've heard I would go ultralight, but it's too expensive is frustrating. And so in this video, I'm going to walk you through how you can make a super ultralight backpacking setup for under $250 and around 5 pounds. I know that sounds crazy, but by the end of the video, you'll have a good idea of what features and specs you need for the most important pieces of gear, what you can find around the house, what normally you would think of as single use or disposable that you can put in your backpack, and you will feel more confident making a super ultralight backpack that maybe right now you're like, I would do it, but I don't want to buy all of the gear and then find out that I don't like it. Well, with this, you can spend a couple $100, create a super ultralight backpacking setup that's 5 pounds, go on an awesome hike that's, you know, a couple days and do bigger miles and feel what it's like. And then if you don't like it, you can use some of the gear, you can not use some of the gear, but you're not in the hole, like couple $1,000s. My name on trail is Extra. I started hiking in 2004, over 20 years ago, through Hike the Appalachian Trail. Then I've been hiking up until now, through hiking up until now. I'm obsessed with super ultralight backpacking. In 2004, I did a southbound hike where I finished January 1st. I was in the winter for a while and alone. There wasn't as many people there. What I'm trying to say is I've been doing the ultralight game for a really long time. Since then, I've hiked over 10,000 miles. I've done the PCT, the AT, the CDT, and the whole time I've been perfecting my ultralight kit. I'll be going out on the PCT again in a couple weeks. This is just to say, this is something that I care about. This is something that I obsess about, that I'm continuously learning about, and that I want other people to realize it's not that hard if it's something that you want to do. And so I want to help you to see, with a little bit of money, you can get a 5 pound base weight and have all the gear you want. And then you can try this cool, different kind of backpacking out. Okay, so let's start with the backpack. What we're looking for with the backpack is I want padded straps. I want it to be 30 liters because my sleeping bag is gonna be a cheap sleeping bag, so it's not gonna compress as well. And I want it to be under 10 ounces. So let's go to Amazon. I've already found, to speed this up, all of the gear. And so we're gonna put in Levy Hill 30-degree backpack. And here it is, it's $17.90. As you can see, the pads, they're not very padded, but they're padded enough. Cut off these straps. You don't need them, and you'll probably save about an ounce getting this down to a really light backpack. You can also see that it looks like there's a compartment inside. Cut out the inside compartment so this backpack turns into a rucksack. And there's the water bottles, which is also what we want. So I'm gonna go down to the search tab right before the review tab. I'm gonna just type in weight, and it's 8.8 ounces. So under $20, 8.8 ounces. Now moving on to the shelter, the One Wind poncho tarp. This, depending on your size, get a small, medium, or large. Are you a small person, a medium person, or a large person? This is made out of 1.1 ounce sil nylon. It's a little bit more fragile than DCF, but it's lighter and packs down smaller. It's $33. It's your rain gear and it's your shelter. It comes with the strings that you need. I mean, the string that you need and everything that you need. This is perfect. If you've watched my other videos, you know that I love poncho tarps. And we're gonna go down and we're gonna do the same thing we're gonna do with every piece of gear, and that is to check the weight, and it's 9 ounces. Perfect. Now we're going to go to stakes. I want titanium stakes because they're not that expensive and they're much lighter. Tito titanium stakes, $13. I love these shepherd hooks more than the pegs or any of the other shapes. Super light, they stay in really well. They're 6.7 grams per stake. There's 6 of them, and which makes them 1.29 ounces for the 6 stakes. For the ground sheet for your tent, you're going to want a Polycro ground sheet. You can go to your hardware store and get a Polycro for like $6, but for convenience, it's already cut, you know it's the right thickness. We'll just go to Six Moon Designs. We'll go to Shelter, we'll go Shelter Accessories. You're gonna want a small and you're gonna want it to be Tyvek. It's in Indonesian rupees right now because I was just there, but it's around $15 and it weighs 1.5 ounces. Now we're going to go for the sleeping bag. The sleeping bag that I want is from a company called Hang Tight. It's the Heat Seeker 20. I want a 20-degree sleeping bag because this is a 3-season kit for under $250 and 5 pounds. So the Heat Seeker 20-degree, it's a quilt. It's made by a hammock company. It packs down pretty small. It's 24 ounces. It's everything that you want. That's our sleeping bag. Moving right along, sleeping pad, Walmart, close cell. You're gonna want a close cell foam. You want it to fold like one of these. Walmart's got the cheapest option at $15. It's a pound all in all when you buy it, but cut it down to mid neck to below your butt. If you've looked at my other gear video, you're gonna know that all you really need is the torso. And that will make it about 8 ounces. So we've got that for $15. Now we're gonna go to the flashlight. I could have put this in things that you find around your house, but it's possible that you don't have a 1-ounce flashlight, and flashlights are super cheap. So this is the mini flashlight 3. Here it is, it's $9. The smaller one, you get 2 for $9. The smaller one is 180 lumens. And it takes a AAA battery. We'll go down and we will type in, it's 0.7 ounces. With the AAA battery, it gets up to 1.5 ounces. So this is perfect, super light. You can clip it to your hat. The hardest thing to find out of all of this stuff that satisfies the specs that you need for your pieces of gear is the Puffy. But I spend too much time looking on Amazon to find one that is light enough. The Eddie Bauer Puffy Vest Men's. We're getting a vest because this is super ultralight and we are on a budget. It's $22 and it is 7.8 ounces, super light, perfect. So when you're looking for windbreakers, if you don't like the one that I am picking here, look for cycling windbreakers. Those are gonna be cheap and made out of the kind of breathable nylon that you want. But the one that I found is called the Bin Mer Windbreaker. Here it is. This one's a women's, but totally works. It weighs 104 grams. What is that in, I can tell you it's 4 because or 3 something, because I am a ultralight backpacker and I know grams. It is 3.67 ounces, perfect. We'll take that one. Now we're going into things that I expect you can find around your house. So I'm gonna click off of the screen and we'll just talk about it. So beanie, find a beanie around your house, which is just a fleece beanie. Liner, garbage bag. Just grab a garbage bag from inside your house. Water bottle, just find a disposable water bottle. I've got a whole video on which one is the best. I think it's Dasani. Water filtration, find a eyedropper in your bathroom, pour out the liquid that's inside, fill it with normal bleach, 2 drops per liter, totally works. The American military used it in Vietnam. That's your filtration. Food ball, take one of your peanut butter jars that are almost empty, clean it out, wash it out. Now you've got a cold soaking food bowl. Plastic spoon. If you don't have one in your house, go to McDonald's, steal one. Food bag, go to a supermarket, take one of the supermarket food bags that are plastic. If they're one of the really thin ones, then just double bag it. Grab your toothbrush, grab some floss, sunscreen, get a stick sunscreen. You might need to buy this, but let's assume you have it around your house. And then in your first aid kit, get some athletic tape and just wrap some athletic tape around, probably around that much, so like 10 or 15 circles. Earplugs, little tiny safety pin, get a little Vaseline. If you've got to put it in a little Ziploc, do that. I know it's disgusting, but you need some Vaseline for blister prevention. A couple gallon Ziplocs, like 2, one for food, one for your ditty bag. Wired headphones, they don't weigh anything, they don't cost anything. I'm assuming you have wired headphones in the house somewhere, or use your, AirPods or whatever. Tiny cheap wall brick, You're probably a millennial watching this. Maybe you're an X. We all have bags of wall bricks and cords. So get one of your small little wall bricks with a couple cords that you have in your big cord bag, and that'll work. Bring your phone, of course. Clothing worn. The name of the game is synthetic. So get a hat, get a shirt, make it synthetic. It actually can be cotton. There's some argument about, you know, nothing can be synthetic. But if you have a button down long sleeve, assuming you're gonna be in the sun, long sleeve shirt, take that one. Grab a pair of sneakers that you have, get some synthetic socks, synthetic underwear, synthetic shorts, and you're ready to go. And all in all, we spent a little bit more on the Puffy than I assumed, but we're still well under $250, and we're right around 6 pounds. So I will give the lighter pack gear list link. You can go there and it has everything laid out. If you have any questions about this, if you're scared of going out with this little, just leave a comment. It's really important to me. It shouldn't cost $1,000 to walk out into the woods and go to sleep, or $2,000 now. And so this is to show you that it really can cost $200, $250, and you can get out there and experience the outdoors in the same way that I love the outdoors. So thank you so much for watching.